why or anything.
You know, America's 250th birthday is coming up. Whew, that's going to be a big cake. And who's even going to blow out the candles, I wonder? Probably maybe Thomas Jefferson will come down from the clouds and huff and puff a few out. Maybe Betsy Ross or Frederick Douglass. I don't know, somebody from history, somebody that's regal and admired. He's going to come on down and just huff and puff them cake candles out. Happy 250th, America. And an iconic summer like this deserves an iconic drink. I'm talking about Mountain Dew. Yep, an American original. From their beginnings in the foothills of Tennessee, yeah, that's where they started, to the biggest 4th of July yet, the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew is the perfect companion to your American summer adventures. USA, baby. And you know, I get that taste of Mountain Dew in me, and it just makes my ankles start talking to each other. God, I love it. Enjoy the refreshing kick of Mountain Dew, an American original. Tasting great since 1948. Yep, that's when it began. Look for American Dew limited time packaging or find it in stores near you at mountaindew.com. That's mountaindew.com. You know, in the past, I've been hesitant to invest. You know, if I got me a little bit of money, I like to keep it. I hide it. I hide it in the yard. That's who I am. You know, and a lot of times in the past, I didn't know enough about investing. I didn't feel like I could do it or how I could do it or what to do. And it felt like it was too much to learn. That's the truth. So many of us focus on where our money is today. Acorns is the financial wellness app that cares about where your money is going tomorrow. Acorns is a smart way to give your money a chance to grow. If I could go back in time, that's one thing I would do. I'd plant that money early. With Acorns, it's easy. You can sign up in minutes and you can start automatically investing your spare money. Even if all you got is spare change, that's it. Sign up now and join the over 14 million all-time customers who have already saved and invested over $27 billion with Acorns. Plus, Acorns will boost your new account with a $20 bonus investment. Offer available at acorns.com/Theo. That's acorns.com/Theo to get your $20 bonus investment today. Paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Tier 2 compensation provided. Potential subject to various factors such as customers' accounts, age, and investment settings. Does not include Acorns fees. Results do not predict or represent the performance of any Acorns portfolio. Investment results will vary. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/Theo. But yeah, I think it's different getting people to go to theaters. It's kind of a throwback.
Yeah, I think you're heading more towards that kind of stuff with experience. I mean, you're seeing people you're seeing a lot of things, Netflix House. You're seeing a lot of things where they want to experience. And
Netflix House, you're saying? What does that mean?
Yeah, Netflix is doing they're starting to build these Netflix houses.
Which are like movie theaters.
No, it's like they would have John Wick, and they would have like I went to one. Like, there you go. Like, so it's like all your favorite Netflix shows, and you get to interact with it in some way.
Oh, but you can also watch the shows in the place?
No, I don't. You're not watching them. You're just like a Squid Game. They have like a Squid Game thing you can go through, and then so you go in and you just spend the night or day, and you just get to interact with your favorite show, Stranger Things. You get to go through a Stranger Things set or play a little game and this kind of thing, I believe live experiences are going to go. That's where it's at. That's why I think stand-up comics are in a terrific spot, because you can't AI a live performance,
right?
And you can do hologram and that kind of stuff, but.
Well, yeah, we're the only place. I mean, what else even outside of stand-up comedy? Where else are people even outside of like pastors at churches? I'm trying to think, or reverends, or
that's true,
preachers, or rabbis, but who like outside of those people? You have musicians, but you kind of know what you're getting because it's like their songs.
Yeah, but
I'm trying to think of where else is there like. Well, I guess,
but then you don't know what's influenced with what. So like even if they're songs or if they're singing or whatever it is, I mean, I would think. Some folk music like that. You're going to have stuff like that where you're like straight up, there's nothing added into it, and there's nothing. Or it's going to be a very big spectacle show. You're going to have to go either super big, or you're going to have to be, I think, like stand-up, where it's just you, me, we're talking to a crowd, and there's nothing in the middle.
Right. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying is like there's not a place where you go to get a pure voice anymore. There's not that, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not refined or it's not overly produced.
It's the most authentic. That's why, I hope young entertainers, I hope stand-up comics that are getting into it, get into it, and they get in there and create an act, and because you're going to be the only place, essentially where you could maybe be actually hearing a real person. Preacher is a good example too. Like it's where you're going to, have straight on, like, I want to see the person, because there's so much stuff people don't trust. So you're like, I just want to see the person. I want to see the person talking.
Yeah.
I want the
truth. I want
the humanity. Like I could touch that person.
Right. And I want what they really believe, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like with humor, I think at the base of a lot of our humor, I think a lot of it, sometimes you're joking around, but some of your true laurels are in there. Like these are some of my, we all have a backbone of stuff that's in there.
Yeah. Who you are. Like, I think unless you're like a one-liner guy or something.
Right.
Like
then that's hard to really know.
But who you are is going to be kind of,
somewhat in there.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to get like a true, like, okay, what does this person think? And are they just speaking directly to me without a lot of influence? It's like pastors, comedians. I'm not putting us in some special space or anything. I'm just saying, here you go.
Yeah. Teachers or professors, but look, it's.
But teachers, some of that stuff is kind of like they have to follow a curriculum.
Yeah.
Dude, when somebody's tickling you, that's when you have to tell the truth. Think about that.
A tickler?
Not the tickler's a creep or whatever.
Yeah.
But the person, if you're being tickled, you ever try to lie to somebody while they're tickling you? It's impossible. Impossible.
Yeah. Maybe I'll be up there.
It's impossible. That's why when I see all this waterboarding and torture or whatever, and all this horrible stuff they're doing to people, sometimes I'm like, dude.
Tickle. Get in there.
Unleash them.
Get under their arm. I don't know.
Unleash them crawdads on somebody and you'll get it.
Grab their thigh right there.
Dude. Bro, where were you? This is our JFK. Where were you? People, you always knew you could get tickled like this, right? You knew that, right? And even if there's a chubby kid and you grab that little donut around his midsection and just shake the freaking truth out of his little thick ass or whatever. Sorry, and we'll edit that. But when somebody did that to you, how shocked were you? I didn't know that. When somebody did that.
Yeah, I remember, like, I used to do it to my daughter, too. Like, you'd grab their leg there and then just be like, well, don't smile. Don't smile. Don't, and then, yeah, that's right. Tickling, maybe it's going to be a big, it'll come back, But you need ticklers. So then where are you going to do that in a safe?
We'll probably get government issued ticklers, and those people are going to be. They're
not going to try. It's not going to be.
Yeah, they're not going to be trying.
You're going to have to be digging into their fingers more, because you're like, dude, you're not even trying. Like you go, here, give me your hand, and then you have to do it, and then you're like,
you're going to be leaning more towards
it,
dude. That's like, bro, that's so funny, bro. You're so funny, dude. That's like those people sometimes at work where like I'm the city, I'm like a liaison to the city, and they segue around the town sometimes. Yeah. But dude, sometimes those people, like one time we were trying to get information and the lady was running from us. She like couldn't get her thing to stop or whatever. So she would pass by, but you had to ask her really fast because she was going. And then another time his got stuck or whatever, like in a right-hand pattern or whatever. He called it right-hand pattern. He's like, it's in a right-hand pattern. And he's just sitting there, just glitching like in a circle.
Like just going in circles.
Yes. And we're trying to we're just trying to ask
like, where's the monument?
Yeah, dude. It's just like, dude, we're talking about Paul Revere, and he just kept dodging us.
Yeah. Where's Daniel Boone's house? And it's just,
yeah, dude. We're like, look, dude, we heard Harriet Tubman ate ice cream around here. Can you just
tell me?
Yes.
Heard Davy Crockett.
Yeah, we heard Davy Crockett and Betty Crocker actually hooked up around here one time.
They were around the same time.
Were they?
I don't know.
They had to have met up.
They had to have met up. They would at least known about each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Davy Crockett was talked about a lot growing up.
He was.
Way more than it is now. It was a big deal when I grew up.
Yeah, now it's like Travis Scott or whatever.
Yeah. It is. And Dave